is your person?
My person, Randy, is a guy named Roy London. Roy London was my acting teacher, one of my acting teachers, but my favorite one, the one who made the most impact on me. He would kind of find blocks you had, one of them being having such low self-esteem that you never wanted to be yourself. Because his whole philosophy was that nothing's more interesting than you being yourself in front of a camera or in front of people, which was horrifying to me, literally horrifying. And I couldn't do it, by the way, at all. It took me years in his class to get comfortable enough to do that. And when he discovered that you had blocks that were too big for him in class, he would send you to a shrink. He would send you to his favorite shrink, guy I still see, guy named Phil Stutz, out in LA, who talks like this. He sounds like Mickey Rourke from back in the day.
You were already working on The Simpsons when you started studying with Roy.
Yes.
Could you notice a difference in how you did your voice work? Say, a couple years after studying with Roy, can you hear the difference between what you were doing on The Simpsons before and what you were doing after?
I'm glad you asked me that, Randy, because amazingly, I wasn't expecting that at all. Because he would always say, look, I know you do the voices and the thing and the funny. You can always go do that and make money doing that, and that's fine. I'm not interested in that. And I didn't think they would relate. I thought that, oh, I'll be able to have a career being characters closer to myself. But I found that I was getting bigger laughs at The Simpsons and that the characters were deepening over there, much to my surprise. Let's take Chief Wiggum, for example.
Now, he always sounded like this, which is sort of a bad Edward G. Robinson impression, okay?
And which a lot of my voices are bad celebrity impressions, either of celebrities or family members or whoever. But it kind of remained at that surface. And I had good timing. I knew it was funny, and I knew that was a funny voice, and I could be semi-believable, so it worked. But when I started
having that as the outside, that is the way the character talked,
but instead of imagining some weird little fat Edward G. Robinson guy going through whatever Chief Wiggum went through that day, I imagined, what if I were in that circumstance? How would I react? And as I got more comfortable in class doing that, it became me and then coming out through the filter of Chief Wiggum. And it got a lot funnier and better, and I think that they started writing for me more on that show as a result and things like that. Yeah.
So since you've had your child or children, and I don't know if I should ask your wife, your analyst, or you, do you feel like you've changed?
Oh, I genuinely do. Genuinely. And I was good for like the first 6 months, then I went back to being a narcissistic jerk-off again. No, genuinely, the joys of loving somebody else more than yourself. If I'd known how great it was, I would have done it a long time ago.